皆さん、また来てくださってありがとうございます。こちらはマンハッタンニューヨーク火曜日の夜です。ということでね、そろそろね、ハロウィンが近づいてきて、街もハロウィンの彩りになってきております。ということで今日は前回、私をサブスクライブしてくださった方がトランプさんのことを知りたそうだったので、今日はね、トランプさんのいろんなモンタージュを作ってあげてみたいと思います。これでトランプさんのことをよりよく知ってください。悪い人ではございません。ということで見てください。どうぞ。
Here is, would you give Ukraine weapons and funding if you were
I would sit down. Let me just put it a nicer way. If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours.
How would you settle that war in one day?
Because I'll meet with Putin, I'll meet with Zelensky. They both have weaknesses and they both have strengths. And within 24 hours, that war will be settled. It'll be over. It'll be absolutely over.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people and breaking down this country. Now,
can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done. I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done. You need the power of the presidency to do it.
But you believe that Putin is a war criminal? He's responsible for the deaths of thousands
Well,
of
I think
Ukrainian men
this.
and
I think
women
it's
and
something that
children.
should not be discussed now. It should be discussed later. Because right now we have to get a war. If you say he's a war criminal, it's going to be a lot tougher to make a deal to get this thing stopped. Because if he's going to be a war criminal, where people are going to go and grab him and execute him, he's going to fight a lot harder than he's fighting, under the other circumstance. That's something to be discussed at a later date. Right now, we want to get that war settled. And I'm not talking about the money either. I'm talking about all the lives that are the number of people being killed in that war is far greater than you're hearing. When they blow up a city and those buildings come pouring down and then they say 2 people were injured, no, hundreds and thousands of people are being killed. And we have to get that war settled.
Why you voted Trump had in here?
Because I'm a diehard Trump supporter. In my household, you got Martin Luther King, you got Jesus, and you got Donald Trump.
Wait a minute.
Not in that particular order, but yeah, you got Martin Luther King, Jesus, and Donald Trump.
Why you got Donald Trump? Well, I'm a straight Democrat, but I'm for the best person.
Yes, sir.
Now, why you got Donald Trump?
Because I paid attention in school when I was a kid, and so I know the true history of both the Republican and Democratic Party. I know that they really didn't switch during the Nixon Southern strategy. That one became more clever than the other in dealing with black people. We the Democrats, we got away. We were the Republicans' friends. We was their friends, but we were the Democrats. When you look at the origins of the Ku Klux Klan, it originated out of the Democratic Party.
The Ku Klux Klan?
It did.
Okay.
Every civil rights legislation that ever has been passed in this country was authored, written, sponsored, and voted on 100% by Republicans and not Democrats. Every civil rights legislation.
Well, what you gonna do?
So let me ask you about Trump.
Right.
So as a kid, I remember being 6, 7 years old and seeing Donald Trump receiving an award with Muhammad Ali, Rosa Parks from the NAACP. Not only that, he engaged and interacted in our culture from the 80s throughout the 90s and even the 2000s, from rappers to Michael Jackson. So when we looked out into our culture, his face appeared many, many times. So for me to grow up now in the media, because before the media started saying he was racist, I never heard a black leader say it. I never heard my grandmother say it. I never heard no one even mention anything bad about him other than rappers giving him praise in over 300 to 600 rap songs.
Facts.
So for the media to say, oh, he's racist, I knew they were playing con on us. And I can remember when America was great. I can remember when black children could play outside all day long and you didn't hear about kids being kidnapped.
He ain't a full sender like Trump.
Why?
Because he ain't the Happy Dads gang.
If Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him?
Tell him to get out of office, man. He's up. He's old. He's falling off of bikes. It's over, man. Give it up.
I tell him, let Trump back in office.
He did better for the black culture. Trump 2024, man.
If Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him?
Wow. I would say, how did you it all up, Joe? You know, because everybody was on Trump, trying to get him out the office. They worked real hard, got him out the office, got Biden in the office, and then he just dropped the ball.
If Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him?
Suck my...
I'm gonna be real with you, he's trash. Because he's not doing it for us. That's it, he's all done.
He's slow, he has dementia, he can barely speak. Not to mention he works for the New World Order and the globalists. Absolutely disgusting.
If Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him?
I'd tell him to literally go fuck himself. Because he's a piece of shit. He's more concentrated on foreign affairs than he is our own domestic affairs.
So you'd say you're America first?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I serve this country. I love this country. I put my life on for this country. And I will protect every single person that is a U.S. citizen within this country.
Do you think that Joe Biden should run for re-election in 2024?
Nope, hell no.
No. Biden, bro.
He voted Biden in just for him to do some bullshit.
I don't even think he remembers what he ate this morning. I don't even know if he thinks he's the president of the United States of America. I think he wakes up and he kind of he's just Biden.
Trump or Biden?
Trump,
Why?
because he's for the people. If you see now when they got Trump, like, locked up, that get deeper, that shit deeper than what think it is. Trump is really going to help the world become a better place. We voted Biden in just for him to do some bullshit. They can't control Trump. That's why Trump is locked up. You feel me? That's why I'll vote for Trump, because Trump is like one of us. You feel me? He damn near yeah.
Trump's starting to gain a lot more support from Black America. So why do you think that is?
It's more amongst Black men, which does not surprise me, because a lot of Black men follow my stuff. A lot of Black men do like podcasts talking about like stuff that I say. Obviously, the mugshot backfired. That was the Black. If you've not seen Black responses on TikTok to Trump's mugshot, I did a whole segment on my show, and it was amazing.
Now that Trump is no longer a stranger to the culture, he's a part of it, it's going to backfire. It's the worst thing they could have ever done and the best thing that we could have ever gotten.
At the end of the day, he speaks like a blue-collar worker. Even if he's never been a blue-collar worker, when you're around him, he's really warm. I mean, you guys have met him. You can't describe it. He's got the thing.
It's when Joe Biden was saying that my son didn't make any money over there and I have nothing to do with my son's business. Like, it's all lies. It's all easily proven, and there's nothing.
And I resent. You talking about Hunter? Are you talking about Hunter? I'm talking about my son, Beau Biden. You're talking about. I don't know Beau. I know Hunter. Yeah. Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged. That's not true. It wasn't dishonorably. Cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. Once you became vice president, he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow, and various other places. He made a fortune. My son. And he didn't have a job. My son. But why was he given tens of millions? All right, but he wasn't given tens of millions. That is totally.
Now this is nice.
To my kids, no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. Raise your hands, kids. I promise Donald J. Trump. That I will never take drugs. I don't want to say no alcohol, but take it easy on the alcohol. Right? And you know what else? No cigarettes, right? All right, kids, come here. Come here. Come here. Remember this. Nothing worth doing ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. But you aren't going to let other people tell you what you believe, especially when you know that you're right. Because in America, we don't worship government, we worship God.